should come through tonight. I'm chilling on the west side. Call my homegirl, tell your best friend.
Hi my loves, welcome back to the channel. So today I was guided to come into nature and to experience all of this beauty out here. There's tons of people out here, so you might see a bunch of people. It's a different kind of experience. I did a small reading like I do every morning on myself, of course, and there were 3 things that came up. It was from the archetype tarot by Kim Kranz. The 3 cards that came out for me was the Maiden, the Temple, and the other one was the Desert. And I felt like it was really calling to me to nourish and to connect with nature in different ways. So behind me is water, and of course I'm sitting on land. And for the desert, I think that for me the desert really resonated as trying to restore my spirit, try to nourish myself with different parts that were taken from me, as in like the desert. So to give this more meaning, the desert, when you think of the desert, which I actually live in Arizona, so I'm literally in the desert. And also I must note that supposedly we are going through not a severe drought, but a drought. I've been here for almost 10 to 11 years, off and on. Like I moved out for 2 years to New York, but so I think that when I first came here, I was young and I was just getting an experience for life, for everything. I was only 21 when I moved out here by myself. And the fascinating thing to me is that the longer I stay here, the more I feel this like time to go feeling. I feel like my time here has been served. Its purpose has been served. And I'm ready to now move on to a place where it's deep green. So like Florida or, Texas, somewhere, because originally I'm from Chicago. So I'm used to having so much vegetation around me and the deep green colors and all of the different vegetation. And so I feel like my spirit is longing to be in a place that can offer me this. And so, when you see the grass behind me and stuff and the trees, they're not nearly as green as they are somewhere else that, isn't a desert. And so my spirit is really just kind of like, it's time. Like, it's time to restore your spirit with the things that, like, I don't want to make it like the desert is a bad thing. It's definitely not a bad thing. I just feel like there were some things that my spirit is missing out on. Like, yes, I have the water behind me, but I absolutely love the beach. I am a Pisces after all, with the Scorpio rising. So I absolutely love water. And I just feel like the desert has kind of dried up things for me. I'm not going to say like it stole things from me, because it definitely did serve a very beautiful purpose in my life at the time. And yeah, I'm just in a space where I'm ready to have more of nature. You know, when I was younger, I was just trying to thought and bop around, you know. I was just trying to have some fun. But now that I'm older, like, I am starting to place more value in lots of different things in my life. And one of those being my lifestyle. For sure, I need something more conducive to the lifestyle that I want to live, and I feel like it's very hard to do that in the desert. One of the main things here, it's funny because when you don't get certain things anymore and then you come back around to having it, it's fascinating how much we begin to realize, oh, these are things that I actually need. Like, in the desert, you don't get snow unless you drive out of the way for it. Like, I could go to Flagstaff or something, but there's no reason. I don't hate snow, but I'd rather not live around it. And it restricts my life in so many ways, especially the summers here. They are extremely hot. It can get, temperatures in the summer can get all the way up to like 120 degrees out here. And because for so long I've been using public transportation, or I bike everywhere, in the summer it's hard for me to get out and really nourish my spirit. And it is a rarity. Like right now, in most other places, it's snowing and it's freezing, but it's absolutely beautiful right now. It's probably about 65 to 70 degrees, and everyone's out in shorts. I'm actually out in shorts. I just came from the gym, but it's a really beautiful thing to have this. But I absolutely do miss having more of that greenery around. So the temple for me, and all three of those cards, I don't have them on me, but if you've seen them before, all three of those cards have a hand on them, like a literal hand. And it was fascinating to me because on the maiden, the hand, it's a little hard to see in the image, but you can see a hand like resting on like a part of a body. You can't really tell what part of the body, but that's beside the point. And the desert has a hand reaching out, which signifies and symbolizes, it symbolizes like desperation. That's the best word to use for it. A desperation, a longing for. I don't feel like my spirit is in a place of desperation. Like, I'm not desperate to get out of Arizona, but I definitely feel a sense of longing that I don't think I realized wasn't being met. And we don't really know until we try to explore these things. And so, in saying that, the temple, it has a hand kind of like this. It has two hands like this. And I felt like it was saying that nature wanted to fulfill my needs. Nature wanted to hold me and protect me and cradle me, but they want me to reach out, and that's why I came where I am today. It's funny because I've been struggling to figure out what kind of content I want to make and how I want to put it out. And one of the things is I do live with family, and for a long time I was just kind of like, oh, if I'm going to make content, I would like for the house to be empty, so there's no interference, and I want to have makeup on and all this and that. And then, you know, over time, Spirit was just, you know, yelling at me like, just put a video out and just stop being so nitpicky about it. Just put something out and go with it. Like, you don't have to have a plethora of videos in mind just to start, just to get something out there. So I dragged my butt to the gym, and on my way back I came to this park to sit down. And I think with the pandemic, we've been like not realizing how much fresh air matters. Anytime I get the chance to be out and about with fresh air, I do not put on a mask. I do not have time for that. Like, I need my fresh air. I need oxygen flowing through my veins, my capillaries, my, you know, I need that. And just being here, not having to think about having to do anything else but being in this moment, it's very paramount. So many people out here, and I think it's really awesome. People are getting out of the house and into nature, even if nature is dead here technically. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video, put something out there, and stop being so nitpicky about what I was putting out there, because really, at the end of the day, what's important to me, what's truly important to me is that I incorporate into my channel going forward is the very essence of who I am. I am deeply, deeply spiritual, and it's time that I stop holding on to this knowledge. I'm not trying to make it come out like a bunch of word vomit and trying to tell people you need to do this, you need to do that. I just really want to let people know, because spirituality can, the thought of it can be a lot. And so I think sometimes it's kind of hard to describe what we're experiencing, and my guides do a damn good job of sifting through things and helping me to rationalize and hash out my thoughts and make sense of what I'm feeling. And I think that's a really big part of spirituality, is understanding what you're feeling. Put a name to it, put, you know, whatever you can to pinpoint what these feelings and stuff is. And so that's just where I'm at right now. I can't wait to have this experience unfold. And really, you know, back in the day, I had a motive with YouTube. I had started it solely because it was fun and to do like beauty stuff, but you know, I'm super serious about who I am and what I do right now. And like I told someone else the other day, spirituality has really truly saved my life. It's been such a beautiful thing for me. Like, so much stuff just makes sense now. And so I hope to convey that and express that in a way that it makes sense for everybody else. So come along on this journey with me, explore, and I won't say I'm offering knowledge, just an experience, my experience. That's what I want to offer. So I guess I'll try and make this more of kind of like a visual diary sort of thing, except it's going to take me a while to get into the vlogging and all of that, but I just want to start with something that really shows the essence of who I am and this human experience that I'm having, that we're all having. So anyway, I'm done rambling. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening. And I hope that this continues to be consistent, and that we can share with each other what parts of this human experience is calling to our soul to experience and to make sense of, because that's really all this is. Yeah, let's do this. Loves.